Hi everyone, Patrick Menninga here, spiritualriver.com. I want to talk to you today about sexual health and how that relates to drug addiction and alcoholism. Now we know that sex itself can be an addiction all by itself, even without drugs or alcohol in the picture. And so what happens a lot of times is that someone will get into recovery from drug or alcohol addiction and they will turn to sex as sort of a way to fill that void. And if you've studied the programs of recovery that are in place out there, such as AA and NA, you'll know that the goal of those programs is to fill that void inside when you stop using drugs and alcohol, to fill that with spiritual purpose. And shifting your addiction to something else like gambling or food or sex is just a shortcut way to fill that void, and obviously it's never going to work in the long run. It's just a temporary fix, and it's a way to gloss over the fact that you're craving and you're missing the drugs and the alcohol, so you're filling that void with something else that's also becoming addictive. So you definitely need to be aware of that. In AA and NA, they have what's called a moral inventory. It's one of the 12 steps. And so when people get clean and sober, they do this moral inventory and they kind of look at their past and they go through it, and sex can be a big part of that. And so a lot of people who get into recovery, they know about the fourth step, and they know they've got to work a fourth step, and they know they're going to have to look at that sort of sexual history and kind of judge it, good, bad, and that kind of thing. And so that can be a big part of recovery for a lot of people, is the fourth step and working through your past and figuring out what you did, where you went wrong, and what helped fuel your addiction. So that's a big part of recovery as well. I would say that in your recovery journey, in order to get to a place of good sexual health, what you need to do is work on your relationships first, and healthy sex will follow from that. You can do this through the 12 steps. If you work the 12 steps, you make amends, you work on your character defects, you stop hurting other people, you start living a healthy life, and you start learning how to communicate with the world and having healthy relationships. And if you do that work and you start to build those healthy relationships, then a healthy sexual life will follow from that.